Hey, how's it going down there? I want to talk to you about this guy right here. Hey, it's me, Lori the Herbchick, and if you're like me, you enjoy to see what kinds of plants and wild edibles and useful medicinal herbs pop up by themselves in your backyard. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorites. We're going to talk about chickweed. Now, chickweed, also known as Stellaria media, is not native to North America. This thing was, of course, native in Europe and Asia, and it was brought over and pretty much naturalized throughout the whole world. The cool part is that even though some people think that it's slightly invasive, it's not really dangerous. It's not going to hurt anyone. See if I can pull this one out. It gets these cool little flowers on it, right? The leaves come up the stem and they're opposite. See how they come up the stem and they come up opposite each other? If they were alternate, it'd be like one here and on the other side, one here. These are opposite of each other. They're a teardrop shape with a smooth margin, and I'll get some better shots of this. And they get these cool little flowers on them, these little buds. Here's a good close-up of that flower. Chickweed is often thought of as a nitrogen scavenger. It grows really well in what they call waste ground or disturbed ground. Mine is going crazy in my side flower bed. You can see it growing intermixed with, like right here, the purple deadhead nettle. So this plant is considered a pest, but it's completely edible in all its parts. It almost appears as a succulent, and it has a great value nutritionally. It contains the nutrients, vitamins A, C, E, rutin, which is a bioflavonoid, assorted minerals, including calcium and iron. It compares quite well to spinach. And it can be found in many salads and eaten similar to watercress. It also contains many sterols. It contains saponins. It's no wonder that the chickens value it as a food, but humans very well could too. I like to throw it into salads or into sandwiches to get a little bit of that crunch and pop. In herbalism, it is considered an alterative. Alteratives support any of your detoxifying functions and systems. Jethro Kloss, who wrote Back to Eden, stated it heals and soothes anything it comes into contact with. In a lot of eclectic herbalist writings from the early 19th century, they seem to value chickweed and its ability to alleviate and cool hot conditions inside and out. So even though it grows kind of low like a mat or a carpet, and the vine, it kind of almost vines in each other even though it's not a vine, the stems get pretty long, right? It just lays lower down towards the ground most of the time. It can grow up a little, but it really kind of just forms a carpet across the soil. In herbal folklore, chickweed is used to promote fidelity, attract love, and maintain relationships. Sometimes it was said that they would carry bundles to attract their love's attention. It kind of pop in your mouth a little bit. Yeah, like watercress. It kind of has that pop. It's not a dry, leathery leaf. It just goes pop and releases a little bit of flavor. I'm just going to sit out here and eat plants out of my flower bed directly. I'm sure like all my neighbors are going to think I lost my mind. Let's look at one so that we can identify it better. The stems, which you can't quite see, usually have one line of hairs growing down them. Every once in a while, two. They have these fine, shallow roots that are very hair-like. And they don't go very deep at all. No tap roots on this guy. Then it comes up and it branches. Usually they get up to about 16 inches long max, not much longer. They do like to intermingle and vine, but they are not a vine. The leaves, of course, as I said, are opposite from each other. They're oval like a football shape with a point on the end, and they grow very smooth. This is a large one that was pulled out, is about 12 inches long. Now, the flowers are about 1 centimeter in diameter, and you can see the little hairs around on the sepals. They quickly turn into seed capsules, too. So now that you know a little bit more about chickweed, do you have it growing in your yard? Do you have it growing out in your flower beds? Maybe you are sitting on a valuable resource and you just don't know it. Hit me in the comments. Tell me where you live and if you have chickweed where you are. Nutritious and delicious.